Mom Training Podcast with Diana Ballard.
Hey, it's Diana. I was scared to become a mom. I was self-employed, traveled around the world, and I was afraid I'd lose myself, my ambition, be restricted, and be a hot mess. I started interviewing hundreds of moms to figure out what skill sets and mindsets I needed to keep my future family a priority and have the time, energy, and resources to achieve my own goals and hobbies. Each week we discuss how to run a successful household and enjoy your roles as mom, spouse, housewife, and individual. Come learn how to create the life you want while having a family. I'm glad you're here. Hey mama, how are you doing this week? Oh my goodness, isn't spring beautiful? Depending on where you're at right now, things are starting to bud, and I have some tulips that are starting to come up and are bright and colorful. They're amazing. I didn't even plant them. They were here before we moved in. It was awesome. I'll take it. So I hope you're having a great week and have been able to see some of the beauty around you. So I have a question for you. After all of this craziness is done and over with, who do you want to be? Where do you want to stand? What do you want your life to look like? You're like, Diana, there's so many unknowns. There's so many things happening right now. So many things out of my control. I didn't ask you what your circumstances were. I asked you, who do you want to be? What do you want your life to be like and look like? Now, why I ask you that is because even if your circumstances are constantly changing, if there are so many unknowns around you and so many things you're like, I don't even know what the next month or week is going to look like, the thing you can control is you and your choices in where you're at. We are capable of taking responsibility of where we are right now. Not where we're going to be in a week, not where we're going to be in a month from now, a year from now, or where we were last week. So who do you want to be? What do you want your life to look like after this moment? It could be losing 5 pounds instead of gaining 5 pounds. And that comes with what kind of choices am I making of what I'm putting in my mouth? Budgets are different. Lifestyles are different right now. But we still have control over what we put in our mouth and how we take care of our body. And it's a daily choice. And if you're an emotional eater like me, God bless you. It sucks. And I know that with stress and with hardship, if you've learned to cope with food over years and years of doing it, this is not a good time right now to, be headed down a bad direction. We got to grab hold of what we want on the other side of this and be able to focus on it. So if it's eating right now, if you're just eating things to the ground, I invite you to step up, stand up, and do something different. To step away from the food, to set some routines, to be able to help yourself, to feel better, and to be able to cope in healthier ways. Which could be talking to a friend, which could be getting more sleep, having more sex. That's a definite one. Have more sex, your stress level will definitely go down. You might have a baby too, so be careful. They say that there's gonna be a whole generation of quarantines, Are you gonna be one of those? I might be, you never know. But anyway, how can you get a hold of yourself right now? And if you and I were talking right now, I'd be like, Diana, but you have no idea. We're losing everything. We've lost everything. I have no structure. I have no consistency, and it's so unknown that I can barely handle it. Girl, I'm sorry. And I'm also sorry that I'm going to tell you that you still need to stand up. This is part of emotional and mental coping as well. In moments that suck, we have to stand back up and move forward in the direction that we want to go. Is it that we want a solid relationship with our husband and our family during this time? I understand there's a lot of blame. There's a lot of pointing fingers. There's a lot of I wish that we would have done something different. But what if you can take this moment, stand up and do something different and strengthen your marriage during this time? It's going to take an active plan for you to get that and for you to do that. For me, with, stress and, coping and all these unknowns and fear, I'll tell you, I've had to make a diligent plan on being positive and having a good attitude, especially with my husband, because, I'm the one that he talks to at the end of the day. And if I just go off of blah, 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 it just is destroying that time that I could spend with him in a positive manner, right? Of complaining about what happened in the day. I'll tell you what, since I've created a plan and worked on having a positive attitude, man, dude, things have gotten better. I mean, if I can stop getting upset in its tracks, man, dude, I mean, I'm almost grateful for this moment because it taught me that I can. It taught me that I can be like, hey, I can tell I'm getting upset right now, but I'm going to choose to respond in a positive attitude. And every time that I have, the outcome has been awesome. I've had more support. My husband's been like, oh, well, let me help you with that. Or, here, let's do this together. And I'm like, wow, that worked really well. So what plan are you creating? What plan are you actively working right now to become who you want to be and create the life that you want to be through and on the other side of this time right now? What is your plan? What is your game plan? And what's your goals in moving forward? This is also a time to set goals. This is a time of saying, this week I'm going to dance in my kitchen with Diana 3 times a week, or every time I do the dishes, I'm going to dance with Diana in Dancing Through Motherhood. And maybe, just maybe, I'll lose weight too. Come show up with me on the Meal Mondays. Let's cook together. Let's learn some things about cooking. Maybe get some inspiration from each other. Come share what you're cooking. I'd love to know. You're not alone right now. And you're also not powerless. What is your plan for this next week? Just start there. What is your plan for the next day, the next hour? Break it down and figure out, what can I do to be better through and after this moment? And asking that question again, who do I want to be? And what do I want my life to look like after this is over? I honestly think that really cool stuff can come out of this season of life if we let it and we want it to. This is your ultimate learning experience of being able to create the life you want from this moment forward. Look at what you need to learn, create that plan, set some goals, and create who you're going to be in this moment, and create the life around you at this time. Can you be happy and excited about having the same ingredient food over and over again? This week I made probably 10 cups of beans and rice and chicken. And we had so much beans and rice and chicken for the last week. It was like, what are we having tonight? Taco salad. What are we having tonight? Nachos with beans and rice and cheese melted on top. What are we having? Soup with beans and rice and chicken in it. I mean, we utilized every ounce of that rice. But you know what? I noticed that me being like, nachos, soup, you know how it is as a mom with little kids, oh, we're having taco salad again, instead of being like, oh, taco salad, oh my gosh, I can't even have it one more time. How can you choose to create a positive environment where you're at and have fun doing it? Mama, you can still have fun during this time. I believe in you that you can. Let's do it. Let's have fun together. Let's have fun as a family. decrease your stress in healthy ways, and think, who do I want to be? What do I want my life to look like now and after this crisis and what's going on right now? You guys are awesome. Don't give up. Don't give up, girl. Don't give up. I hope you have a great week and that next time we talk, you will have already had a plan, been implementing it, and feeling even better than you do now. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next week on the Mom Training Podcast. Hey girl, Mom Training has launched. Yeah, you heard it right. Go over to dianaballard.com and check out Mom Training and how it can help you build a solid foundation for a successful home and family. And for a limited time, you can get 50% off the membership right now. Go to dianaballard.com and see how Mom Training can be a part of your life.